Oh. This is my 1978 Suzuki DR370. So this is a single cylinder 370 cubic inch or cubic centimeter big bore thumper. It's overall, I mean, it looks rough, but overall it's actually not too bad. I paid 440 bucks for this bike. I was told it runs, but does not have spark right now. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. We're gonna see if we can make that happen. So first of all, the basics are gonna be checking for spark, compression, and then fuel. But, you know, we'll get to those things. But first I wanna say this bike is actually very surprisingly, seems like it has a lower hour. Even though it's painted and kind of rusty, I mean, this tank is completely pristine. Like, there's not a single dent in it, and it's a 78. So I mean, it's 44 years old now. Yeah, I'm real good at math. So I mean, it's pretty old. You can see in the gas tank, there's actually, I mean, there's a little bit of rust, but it's really not bad for the age here. And the other thing is, if we go and look at things like the tires, I mean, they're still pretty, you know, not bad. Tires hold air. Original sprocket, not even that chewed up. Our front sprocket, you can't really see it. It's also not too chewed up. It's just overall been sitting for a long time. But yeah, we'll get right into it. First thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna check compression. So literally all we'll do is pull this, and our spark plug's nice down deep in there. So we'll just get a socket on it, pull it out, and hook up the compression tester. Kind of a weird little 5/8 spark plug. I haven't seen one of these in a while, and we're gonna take a look at it here together and see the big reveal here. If it looks all messed up or what. Well, it looks like there's aluminum shavings, so that's not awesome. I don't know if our head's like stripped out. Maybe a little bit. Hopefully not too much. This spark plug doesn't look like it's really been ran in a very long time, so not looking amazing, but I mean, it's not like broken or anything crazy, so we will continue to see. So it looks like we might actually have spark here. It's pretty weak, but we might be able to work on that. Yeah, I could not for the life of me get the compression tester on, but we did check and see that it had spark. So it has weak spark, so we might have to take off the cover for the points and maybe clean up the points a little bit. Also might have to take a look at this wiring. You know, this doesn't look too hot, but you know, we could just clean this up, make sure these connections are even good, because that could be robbing us of some spark too. So we'll take a look at that. But as far as compression goes, I mean, it's got some good compression. We can, oh man, yeah, we can hear it, and it's gonna be something to kick over, but I think it'll I think it might run. I think we just got to check our fuel now, and if that doesn't fix it, we'll take a look and dig into our points. We did run into one little issue over here, which is our petcock is missing like the selector, so we're gonna have to buy a new petcock. It should hopefully be like 15 bucks for a replacement one. Hopefully they make them. Hopefully it's not like a, you know, unfindable part. Yeah, for now we'll just use pliers. I'll probably just pull the tank real quick and flush it out with some stuff. Maybe open the petcock if I'm feeling really, you know, motivated. Probably won't. I'll probably just kind of flush the tank, dump it out, and then we'll see if it the petcock works. If it doesn't, we might have to just bottle feed it and then see if the carb works. And then if the carb doesn't work, then we'll actually have to tear into that. But the goal is to not touch anything here, because that just means more work. So I lied. We're gonna do this the easy way first, which is, I got the good old Go Juice, and I'm just gonna spray it down its throat, crank it wide open, and see if it at least pops off, and then we can go from there. This nice hefty investment to the channel. This was a whole $11, so really doing the best quality content possible out here. So yeah, we get to test this out finally. Oh. Oh. Oh, I think it's gonna blow off my leg. So that was interesting. So it does pop off in the wrong way. It just tries to backfire. That could just be because it doesn't like to take, carb cleaner through the intake. I might just have to actually put gas in the carb because it may be just a little finicky. If it still backfires, then it could be a timing issue. I wouldn't think it's a timing issue, but it is possible that this old tensioner has failed and it might have jumped timing. We also might have to adjust the valves because they could totally be way out of whack and the intake is staying open in combustion or something like that. So yeah, I think we'll just start working on the carb, and then if that still does not work, then we'll take a look at timing. So I've gone ahead and just disconnected the gas tank, pulled that off, it's right here. And then disconnected the throttle cable. And then all I'm gonna do is pull this clamp here, and our carb should be free. And then what we'll do is just pull the bowl off. We'll look at our jets, pilot jet, main jet, see if the bowl's full of gunk, and kind of just clean it all up, put it back together, and then we'll go through the fuel tank, get everything back together, and then hope it starts. Okay, so honestly our slide and everything in there looks pretty good. It's actuated by this lever, so we can see right up in there. It's actually pretty clean and everything. It doesn't look too bad, so I'm not even gonna take that apart unless I really need to. So we'll just pop off the bowl here, clean up everything, and then go from there. So I went ahead and already cracked this open. It looks like it's already full of either old fuel or recent fuel. Regardless, it's probably super nasty, so what I'm just gonna do is dump it in here. Well, at least get it started to clean up. So we're gonna go ahead and crack this. Oh yeah. Nice and sure is nice and clean in there. I'm actually just gonna put this in here and we'll scrub it up anyways, but okay, kind of as expected. There is a ton of just varnished gunk in here. Here, will it focus? Hold on. Yeah, there's just a whole lot of gunk built up there. I think that's all loose stuff. Oh yeah, oh. Yeah, so that could definitely clog our jets and whatnot, and I'm sure they actually are clogged. If we look in here. Might not be able to see, but definitely a lot of junk in here, so it's a good thing we opened this up. We'll just clean it up. I think everything will be good. Nothing looks actually too corroded. So I think we'll be able to just clean it up, put it back together, and it should work good. All right, well, we got our bowl cleaned up, so now we'll just pull our jets. We're gonna use some carb cleaner, and then we're gonna use some compressed air and just kind of clean them out. We might also use little picks if they're really clogged, but we'll go from there, and then we'll put it all back together. So yeah, it looks like our main jet is pretty clogged. You cannot see through that thing, so definitely gonna have to spray it out. Hopefully we can get cleaned up. Hopefully it's not corroded shut or anything, but yeah, let's get to it. All right, well, this is looking much better now. We can see straight through it. All the side ports are clear too, which is perfect. Okay, the pilot jet was super clogged. I got it out. My phone's dying, so I don't have flash. It's pretty messed up in there. You don't want to see it anyways. But we got it out, it functions. So we'll run with it. So we got our petcock pulled off here. It actually has its filters still intact. Normally they don't. Normally they like rot away and break. And we got most of the junk out of the fuel tank, so probably good to just put this back together, and if there's any junk left in there, it should be caught in our filter, and our carb should really not be too junked up. So alright, we slapped everything back together here. I'm gonna hook up the throttle cable. Got fuel going to this. Looks like it's going into the bowl, not overflowing out, so hopefully our float's working. And then we'll give it a shot. Alright, well, I am completely winded. We're definitely gonna have to dig into timing. It definitely seems like it's kind of trying to backfire, so might be ignition timing, might be valves. So that might come in the next episode.